assured that it will not go unrewarded.
Then right after you say that, I'll put like a donation chest, and just just put it down and just go, and then just look at your face and going.
She just kind of smiles. I understand. You're very much eager for your reward, and I will give you part of it, and I will go ahead and give you what you deserve as of right now. And she, nods over to one of the guardsmen. They walk up and they give you essentially into your donation box a good sum of money. They give you. I do not. Let's see. Oh yeah,
that's the way he's looking right now.
The image of your character.
Yeah.
I didn't consider about how much is a good reward for the quests. So let's just make it. And you have 1,500 for each, or 1,500 total. So 500.
Go first.
So you can do like 500 zenit each.
Okay, 500. So
Yep.
I got 50 right now. So 550.
Yep.
Okay. Hold on.
If you're going to split it evenly.
Yeah. I think that'd be better.
Right, that works. I'll go ahead and put it for Yuki as well.
Okay.
Not only that, but as I said before, we have learned of each of your unique predicaments, and she first addresses both you, Renaya, and Yuki. Is like, I am aware that you two are both siblings.
Yes, we are.
Going across and trying to maintain the ever-invading forces of the Void Scent, to which I am very grateful for your contributions to that as well. It does worry me that you how old are y'all? Are your characters again?
Mine, they're
I think she's like 15, because in the anime she's about 15, 14, right?
He's like in his teens. He's 16, so we're both 16.
Okay, so you're like,
yeah.
So like, yeah, she wears as young as you guys are, as young as you are, is quite impressive of what you've already accomplished, and is truly a very miraculous, or not miraculous, a truly monumental feat that both you and your brother have done for all of Eorzea so far.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I hope and pray for your continued success and your safety as well.
Thank you very much.
You also have the full support of Gridania and our supplies, should you need them, provided as long as it's within our power to help fight back against the forces of the Void Scent.
Alright, once you said that, fucking, I'm walking around and I'm looking at the, is there servants in here, or are they just knights?
There's a couple of guardsmen.
The little guardsmen?
I
go to the guardsman and I'm trying to take his boot off. I'm trying to take his shoes. And I'm just looking at Blake. She said anything, so take their shoes.
The guardsman he's like, hey, get off me! Oh, don't worry, we'll supply you with your own. You don't have to take from anyone else. We can get you what you need.
I just look at her and go, yeah, but I like feet.
As for you, Gregory, I have learned of your very unique predicament as well. I've heard that you don't really have much memory of what you were now, or much before after you put in that cell, correct?
Yeah. So right when you say that, I turn to the farmer. I just transform to the farmer. The farmer would just, what's his name? Gregory.
Yeah, Gregory.
Yeah, and I transform back to peasant clothes and stuff like that. Looking at her, like one tear coming down my eye.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
That's sad.
Because he's like, I'm fucked.
I would say during your time in the Tollswood, people have taken notice to your condition and have taken you to essentially, I guess you could call it like the healers guild, to kind of like have you checked out to see what's wrong with you, and basically, like doctors do, they checked you out and we're going to run some like results and tests to see if they can figure out later of like what's wrong with you. And Kane speaks up like, yeah, so we've had the healers and the of Gridania observe your ethereal components, and we've even asked about it through the spirits of the Trollswood. It seems your situation is quite dire, and I don't want to alarm you about that, but it is very immediate. You could be in very much life-threatening danger in your situation.
And he's like, is she a queen, or how do I address her?
Address her, yeah.
Magistrate?
You could just say lady.
Lady?
Yeah.
Lady of the manor?
Yeah.
Lady of the state.
Lady of the state?
And I just look at her and go, Lady of the state, thank you for so much. You know, it's been causing me a lot of problems, but I've been dealing with it the best I can. I just want to go back to my farm.
For you to understand what's going on, here's what's happening. And this is from the spirits that have observed your aether, your soul, essentially. What it is that you are still you are still Gregory, but also the void scent that's a part of you is also within your soul as well. Essentially, you have two souls within you fighting for dominance over your one body. Not only that, it's not possession either. If it was something as simple as possession, we would be able to
extract,
exercise. We would be able to exercise the void scent pretty easily from your body by now. But unfortunately, that's not the case. Whatever has happened to you in the void scent that is accompanied with your soul is much, much deeper. It's almost as if you two have been stitched together in the most blatant sense I could put it. Not in just a physical way, but to your very etherical auras, that you two are completely, utterly intertwined. We're trying to remove or extract either part of you will result in both of your deaths. For better or worse, you two are intrinsically linked down to your very etherical essence.
I guess I just look at you in shock. I guess I go pale a little bit.
This is deeper than what we've seen Voidsent have done to people. Usually, Voidsent will try to possess either inanimate objects or weaker-willed people. But like I said, this is something deeper beyond that. Whatever has happened to both you and the Voidsent possessing your body, this is something outside. This is a third party that has done this to you. Would you happen to remember any sort of hint or...
I'll look you straight to the face, and I'll just like, Madam, the only thing that I can remember is that I was working in a farm. Middle of the night, I was just, and then next thing I know is that I felt a presence, and it was cackling, and I turned around, and next thing you know, there was a spell around me, and my body started transforming. Mm-hmm. And then when my body was transforming, I looked up and I saw this figure in black cloak holding this sphere of just darkness with a skull on it. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't see her face, but I knew it was a girl. I knew it was a woman. And when I was falling, I was cursing her. You know, because of this pain, my body was changing in this pain, and I remember touching a pumpkin when I fell down on the ground, and I was going, my body was like transforming. It was so gruesomely in pain. I thought I was dying from the inside, that burning feeling. Mm-hmm. And then I was cursing her, and next thing you know, I was a Pumpkin King. And then when I woke, the Pumpkin King was full of blood on his hands and stuff like that, and I thought I saw a body, but there was nothing there. It was just a puddle of blood, and the cloak that woman was wearing, and then I asked myself what has happened, and the Pumpkin King didn't speak for days until I guess there was an event where I was outside, and I thought it was I thought it was in my imagination. I thought I had a bad dream. That's what I thought it was.
Understand.
And then I was working in my pumpkin patch one day, and I guess it was the solstice. And then all of a sudden, he started talking to me and started, taking over my body. And ever since, it was just mad pull. But I feel like I'm more of him than me. And then sometimes I'm just, for days, human. And then some days I'm the Pumpkin King, for a longer periods of time. But I think he's like taking over.
You can see she listening to all this. She kind of gives a very nodding as if taking all this information as I see. Would you happen to remember where your farm used to be, where you used to live?
No, not anymore.
Interesting.
I don't remember anymore. Like I think the Pumpkin King, or Gregory, is blocked at, and I noticed that he's been blocking certain memories.
Well, it is quite a difficult case that you're in, but I will assure you it's not hopeless. Thankfully, considering how intertwined you two are, the void sense that's a part of you essentially cannot fully overtake and kill you just yet, for your death would mean its inevitable death as well. The void sense cannot survive without your aether and your body, and if you lose either, the void sense will lose both and eventually will evaporate itself, basically essentially killing itself. However, just because it cannot drain off your ether right away doesn't mean it's not doing so constantly. So I advise making sure to keep your energy up, eat plenty, rest well, and if you can, and as barbaric as it is, make sure you are to cull any vicious beasts that you might see in order to satiate the void sense within you, since void sense are very dependent on aether.
Oh, that's right.
Supplying it with the aether of other beasts, and of course not any innocence, mind you, could help satiate and stave off the void sense from draining your own, and hopefully maintaining the balance between you two. As of right now, we do have more professionals looking. We still do have many people looking into your case as well. And she motions over to Nora, who has actually been saying by you. We have our specialist advisor Nora here. She's actually part of a special group that helps with many civilians' unique. Situations, yeah. Situations on a daily basis. She is very well trained and knowledgeable about helping people with stuff like this.
Add a character that will make more sense, because maybe we could play it as like when I'm more hungry and stuff like that. The Pumpkin King, that's why he's taking over more.
Yeah.
And then when I'm full, then I'm more human.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because like when somebody gets hungry, you get that feeding frenzy.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. You could definitely do it like that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
That.
That's why he's taking over more. And then some days when I satiate myself, then I'm back to normal for days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why the madness comes back and forth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like right now, I'm human because I just finished, attacking.
With all that,
yeah. So now I'm more in control at this point, because it's a serious situation.
You could definitely say that, like, after your altercations with Lady Amandine, you probably absorbed a lot of her her aether, which she's essentially a boss, so that kept him that side of you very satiated for a good while now.
Yeah.
Which is why you've been able to kind of control it for so far.
Longer,
Yeah.
As
yeah.
long as you have right now.
Yeah.
Also, at that point, Nora would speak up and be like, yes, from my, I'm from a special group of people that do help in unique cases such as these, and you can rest assured that I have already been looking into sources and people that could lead to me to helping with your case. Thankfully, it is very unique, but not so to where it is yet never happened before. And surprised to say that you technically aren't the only one that this is something like this has happened to. Right now, I'm still looking into it, but rest assured that eventually, and hopefully soon, we will find an answer to your problem to help save you.
Okay. And I look and I'm just like, thank you, madam, please.
We will find a way. Rest assured.
When you say that, right that moment, I'm looking at her. Blake just manifests, like almost like the Chester cat,
Yeah.
and winks at her, and just disappears.
She gives a little nod.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Goes back to Connie and she goes, "Well, I hope that will be sufficient enough so far for all of your troubles. And as an added bonus, since all of you seem very capable adventurers, for taking down such a great foe, we've already proved that if you would like, you can go to the guild hall down the way. It's actually back at the end where you guys have been staying at, and you can actually register to become full-time adventurers, and we would greatly accept and welcome you as a full-on actual guild, and take on some requests that we might have here in Gridania, if you would so please, and of course be rewarded as appropriate.
Okay.
Appropriately, for so. And if so, we may even call upon you for a greater task, considering how capable you all seem to be, if you are willing.
All right.
But for now, I believe that is all. Thank you once again for your contributions, and if you need anything, please let the guild hall know, and we can set
I
up.
thought you were saying, can you hit the bell and like?
Talk to the
It's
guild,
not YouTube,
the guild
but okay.
hall leader, and if you ever need anything from us again, we can arrange a meeting. And
I think we have to go. It's already 5:30.
yeah. So with that, anything else y'all want to add?
Nope. I'm good.
Alright. If anything, do y'all plan to go to the guild hall
Yes.
Yes.
to register?
Yes.
as
Yes.
adventurers?
Yes.
I will say, just to kind of wrap things up, you guys would essentially do that. As you guys are getting registered and stuff, they let you know, like, most adventuring parties do usually require at least a party of 4.
Mm-hmm.
And they just so happen to have another person who has registered but also is in need of a few other party members, to where you meet your latest party member. Do I have a picture of them real quick? Hold on.
And I gotta fix my sheet.
Let me see if
I gotta add Blake some more stuff.
I'm not sure if I saved it on. No, I didn't. I'll have to bring it up next time then. But essentially, you find your next new party member who is like who seems like a young, very they look like a very not like a young, but like kind of close to Renaya's age. Probably a little bit older. They seem young. They look very. They have like kind of like short bobbed blonde hair, like platinum blonde hair. Their features are very slim and slender, and they look very like a young like anime protagonist face, I guess.
Yeah.
They introduce themselves like, it's a pleasure to meet all of you. My name is Sydney Garland, and it's a pleasure to make all of your acquaintances. And with that, we will just end it there.
All right.
Thank you.
And we can pick up to where you guys are basically making a go party and meeting your new member.
All right. Hopefully, we're gonna do this tomorrow, right?
Or
tonight, right?
Next Saturday. Next
Tonight,
Saturday.
right?
8 years from now.
Oh,
See you
shit.
again in another 8 years.
Yay.
All right.
8 years, baby.
Yeah. Thank you for
Yeah.
listening to us.
Yeah, thank you for listening. Sorry, it's a short session. We were just trying to get through some quick things real quick, but hopefully next session we can actually do some more. I am happy with what we got done today.
Yes. Thank you, Aaron, for being a host.
Yeah, thank you all guys for being my players. And
All right.
All right.
until next time.
Bye.
Yeah.